Welcome to your ATMC TV basketball game of the week, brought to you by John Donahue Automotive. He's Jay Combs, I'm Sam Hickman. Tonight, we have the 3-12 North Brunswick Scorpions against the 12-5 South Brunswick Cougars, who enter tonight's game on a 4-game winning streak. Jay, for North Brunswick and head coach Tyler Grady, they're a little undermanned in this matchup against South Brunswick. Coach Grady will be looking for production from guard Davion Trillo-Nixon.
Davion's been on a roll lately, Sam. 4 of the last 5 games, he's been in double digits. He was the Brunswick Beacon Athlete of the Month, so he's playing real good. He's an outstanding athlete. I remember him from the fall in football, great wide receiver, so he helps a lot out on the court. Their leading scorer is number 12, Larry Akins. Larry is a big, strong guy. He will get his points inside, and you got to really man up on this man if you want to keep him off the glass tonight.
And for Coach Scott Wainwright's South Brunswick team, Jay, you'd be hard-pressed to find a better duo in the Mid-Eastern Conference than South Brunswick's Jace McKinney and Kareem Randolph.
Well, I don't think there is. McKinney is awesome. He's leading the area in scoring 19.1 points per game. He's terrific from the three-point line. He has made 46 threes this year, and he shoots 42% from behind the triple stripe. He's also a 77% free throw player. So he's number 2 in rebounds. He does a little bit of everything, and he's tough, and he's hard-nosed. He is a load out there. And then Kareem Randolph, what a great player is Randolph. 6'2" senior guard, number 2 in scoring at 12.6 points per game, shoots 67% from the free throw line, and leads the team in assists at 4.1 per game. So you're right, Sam. Together, McKinney, Randolph, about as good as it gets as a 1-2 combination in the conference.
Jay, the folks behind us are certainly excited for this one, and so are we. North Brunswick versus South Brunswick on your ATMC TV basketball game of the week. We are almost set for the opening tip of the boys varsity basketball game between the visiting South Brunswick Cougars and the North Brunswick High School Scorpions. Starters for the Cougars are Randolph, Rossi, McKinney, Williams, and Mosley, while the Scorpions will have Perry, Beatty, Akins, Trillo-Nixon, and Lowry. Jay, should be a real treat for our viewers here tonight.
Yeah, I think so. When they met earlier in the year, 74-55, South won easy, but now we're at North, and there's an excited crowd here tonight and an excited North Brunswick Scorpion squad, so let's see what happens.
Rossi controls the opening tip from McKinney. Boy, McKinney comes out firing from the left wing. That shot was way off. And Trillo-Nixon chases down the loose ball. He's pushing it ahead for North.
You see the athleticism of Trillo-Nixon right away.
Some confusion on this call here. Out of bounds, off North, it'll go to the Cougars.
McKinney, that first shot wasn't really close. But let me tell you, this kid can flat out shoot the three, and you'll see a lot of three-point shooting tonight from him. The guy that has the ball, number 10, A.J. Rossi, a real good three-point shooter. This is a well-rounded South team.
Good pass, number 33, Xavier Williams for 2.
That good look inside. Williams, a kid we didn't talk about, but he's a load too, averaging 9 rebounds a game. He leads the Cougars in boards. Tell you what, when you sit down here on the floor by these guys, they look big.
Perry's gonna fire a 3, no good, a little long, good rebound there from Williams.
Yeah, Williams is a load off the glass. Mosley helps him a lot too.
Jay, I spoke with Scott Wainwright after South Brunswick's win over West Brunswick as McKinney misses and Akins has got the rebound for North. And something really interesting he told me. McKinney has a real innate ability You know, he misses that first three badly, and Wainwright said it doesn't faze him one bit. He's on to the next play. It doesn't matter if he makes a spectacular dunk or shoots an air ball. He just has a keen ability to move on to the next play, and that's going to serve the young man well.
Oh, yeah, you got to be mentally tough, and he is. McKinney, I said in the pregame what a tough guy he is, and that wasn't just physical. He's got a shooter's mentality, and he can shoot and he can score, and there's a difference. But he is a tough guy, and he will get his shots. The team does a good job of making sure of that.
Oh, Rossi's alone at the top of the key, makes the extra pass to Randolph. Back to Rossi for three. Bingo!
This is the kid that we don't talk enough about. A.J. Rossi, only a sophomore. When you fall in love with youngsters, you got to include Rossi. He is tough, and he can shoot.
Jay, you get the sense that this South team is really hitting its stride. Step back jumper from Randolph, air ball. Williams has got it. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, I think Scott's got him playing really well at the right time of the year. They've won 4 straight coming into tonight's game. And again, when you sit down here on the floor, you know, you start looking 6'3", 6'6", 6'6". You know, Rossi's 6 foot, but he's big. You know, he's a husky 6'6". And then, of course, Randolph, who's just an athlete.
Jay, you know, it's been an interesting year for South Brunswick. They were a very popular pick to challenge New Hanover atop the league standings, and then stumbled out of the gate to a 1-3 start in conference play. Well, you blink, and the Cougars are 5-3, right in the thick of things as we enter the meat of the Mid-Eastern Conference schedule.
Well, you don't want to play these guys in that conference tournament that'll be coming up here in just a few weeks. They're going to be a tough out.
Lowry can't corral the pass. There's a scrum for it. A tie ball situation is going to keep it with North Brunswick after South controlled the opening tip.
And Scott Wainwright does a really good job of coaching. The same thing with Tyler Grady here at North. These teams will be well prepared coming down the stretch, but as you said, Sam, the Cougars are on a little bit of a roll here.
Oh, Jay Randolph's got it. He's all alone. Shot is no good. He was fouled by Trillo Nixon, and Randolph's going to go to the line for two.
Boy, they get up and down the court so quick, so effortlessly does this South Brunswick Cougar squad. Kareem Randolph makes his first. He's averaging 12 points a game, 4 assists per game, 1.8 steals per game, and shoots 67% from the charity stripe. So he's pretty much doing it all.
That free throw bounces around and no good. Cougars 1 of 4 from the line here in the start. That's DeMond Perry, Euro step, layup, no good. Good, strong rebound by Mosley.
Yeah, Andrew Mosley gives him some size at 6'6".
Rossi corrals it before it goes out of bounds. That's Randolph for three. Bingo! And just like that, Tyler Grady wants a full timeout. Jay, we're not even 3 minutes in, and it's South Brunswick 9, North Brunswick 0. What a start for the Cougars.
Yeah, great start. And once again, you like these kids that receive the ball, square up, and shoot without having to put it down on the floor. You can get the ball up so much quicker, and you certainly saw it in that three-point basket by Kareem Randolph.
ATMC TV's Basketball Game of the Week is brought to you by John Donahue Automotive. Need a new car? Want a new pre-owned? John Donahue Automotive is your Buick, GMC, Chevy, or pre-owned dealer. Take the quick trip down 130 and check out its great selection. John Donahue Automotive can also service your vehicle. Give them a call today at 910-642-2400. John Donahue Automotive, a new way to buy a vehicle.
Well, a couple of threes already for South Brunswick here in the first quarter. One by Randolph, one by Rossi. And, of course, the best three-point shooter of them all is McKinney, and he hasn't gotten anything yet. That will change as this game progresses.
Nice pass in from Perry to number 10, Jaden Cobbs, who puts it in for two.
Boy, that's a nice play out of the timeout that time. Good pass by Perry and good catch and shoot by Cobbs. Good coaching by Grady.
Nice move by Rossi. McKinney's got it on the right wing. He's going to fire. No good, over the goal, and it'll go to North Brunswick.
You saw that time, Sam, McKinney, just what you were talking about. Coach Wainwright said he shot the ball, looked like it was going in, he missed, just turned his head and ran back down court. Doesn't faze him.
Beatty thought about it briefly. He's got it back on the left wing. South in that patented 2-3 zone. Rossi steals the pass into Lowry, and Rossi's nearly loses it, and he does. Beatty's got it for the Scorps. That shot is up, no good. Randolph called for the foul, and Beatty's going to go to the line for 2 shots.
Boy, what a nice move by Devontae Beatty. How strong is this kid to get hacked like that and yet still get the ball up and still had the chance for it to drop? That's a really good effort by Beatty. And his reward is to go to the free throw line and shoot a pair.
South leads 9-2, 4:10 left in the first quarter. Beatty's first free throw is up and good. Our first look at South Brunswick's John Regalia, who did some damage in South Brunswick's win last week over West, hit a big 3 in the second half to push the South Brunswick lead to 11.
Yeah, Regalia's another good player, you know, on a team of lots of good players. Averages about 3 points a game.
Beatty misses, good rebound by Cobb. He just couldn't quite control it. It's 9-3 South halfway through the first quarter.
I remember Jaden Cobbs from some other games we've done with North. Impressive player.
You gotta love that length, Jay, that he possesses. Nice pass and a big start for Xavier Williams. He's got 4.
X-Man inside using that big body. 6'3". That's Williams showing his defensive ability that time. A guy moves his feet really quick.
Travis Lowe has checked into the game for North Brunswick, had the 3:39 mark of the opening frame. Boy, Jay, this Damon Perry's a nice-looking kid, isn't he?
Remember him playing football. He played about 7 positions, I think, this year on the football team.
Yeah, Jay, a lot of times the North Brunswick, if you didn't know who was in the North Brunswick backfield, just guess that it's one of the Perrys, and you got a chance of being right.
All likelihood it was a Perry, right?
And DeMond's going to fire a 3. Oh, and it rims out. That one looked good the whole way.
Boy,
tough break for the Scorps.
Halfway down, and it popped out.
Rossi's got to look from the right wing. No good. Good rebound from Travis Lowe.
You watch Rossi shoot. Man, he's got a pretty shot.
Lowe's got it for 3. Off the back iron, no good, and Randolph just got up there for that one. And now Lowry's got it from the left wing for 3. Another one rims out for North Brunswick.
Boy, some tough shooting for North here tonight. They've had 2 or 3 threes halfway down the basket, and they've just popped out.
Mosley mid-range jumper short, trying to get his own rebound. And he steps on the baseline. It'll go to the Scorpions.
Yes.
2:44, South leads by 8.
Stay in the game, Mosley. You were.
He's in the back hallway there.
That guy, he was going outside in the hall for a break, but Andrew, stay with us, man. You're too good. Kenny going to check in the game for Xavier Williams. He had a little bit of a break. And
Jay, there's just not a whole lot of holes in this South Brunswick team. They got the beef. They got the shooters, they got the ball handlers. This is a good high school basketball team. Lowe for 3. Bingo, Travis Lowe.
Well, that helps. T. Lowe comes in off the bench and jacks in a triple. You can shoot yourself back into it really quick. North only down 5.
Baby hook shot, no good. Randolph almost has it. Loose ball, scrum. Devine on the floor for the Scorps, and North's got a timeout. The Scorpions save possession, but that's 2 timeouts through almost 6 minutes of play for Tyler Grady. We'll see if that's a factor later. South leads 11-6, 2:15 left in the opening quarter.
I will tell you, Sam Hickman, I'm thinking Kareem Randolph's got the quickest hands I've seen all year long. Holy moly, how that boy gets his hands in there so doggone quick. That is quick, man.
Yeah, Jay, I think if I heard correctly, I believe Scott Wainwright was imploring his senior, you better get on the floor next time. That loose ball, he was reaching down there for it. Wainwright loves to see his guys fight for every possession.
Every coach does. Every coach does. And of course, look, Scott learned it, didn't he? From his dad.
Boy, did
Jerry.
he ever.
Coached at UNCW,
DePaul, yeah.
He's been around, man.
He was an assistant on Dave Odom's staff at Wake Forest, if I do recall correctly. Devine's gonna fire a three, and he banks it in. Devine for three.
The bank is open.
McKinney's got it. Mid-range jumper off the glass and good. McKinney's first bucket of the night.
You're not going to keep him down long. He's just too good a shooter, too good a scorer.
Oh, Randolph's got yet another steal and a foul called on Damon Perry. Kareem Randolph forces the steal and forces the North Brunswick turnover.
You know, you got some really quality athletes out on this floor tonight on both teams, and kids that not everybody can do what you're seeing some of these kids do here tonight athletically.
Tim Harrington, number 0, has checked into the game for South Brunswick, and Williams is back into the game for Mosley. Harrington, I remember him, a little slot receiver from football season. McKinney open for three. Bingo!
It's really good. He is and he's only a junior, right? He's only a junior. This kid going to be doing next year? Got to have some schools looking at him.
Devine tried another one from distance. That one is no good, and South has it. Minute 10 left, leading 16-9.
Yeah, good box out that time by the X-Man, Xavier Williams. He don't lead the team in rebounding just by jumping.
McKinney got that one ready to shoot. It's off the rim, no good. Williams with the offensive rebound. He's fouled, and South Brunswick will have possession out of bounds.
You know, McKinney's one of these shooters that even when they miss, they look good, right?
Absolutely.
And that's what the good shooters do. Such a nice rotation, follow through, flick of the wrist.
Mid-range jumper for Randolph is nothing but nylon. Wow. And a great start for Kareem Randolph. He's got 6 in the first quarter.
Boy, let me tell you, Sam, just to echo what you were saying before, it's a good-looking high school basketball team.
Cobb from the baseline, air ball. McKinney's got the rebound.
Randolph showing good patience. Probably going to try to take this clock down, maybe get the last show.
Oh, Randolph threw it away. Damon Perry off the glass. And Faison is there and puts it in for North Brunswick.
Good follow that time by Faison. Keeps it close at 18-11.
5 seconds left in the first quarter. Randolph trying to shake Faison. Three-point attempt, no good. Put back off the glass, no good. And that's how the first quarter is going to end after 8 minutes of play here in Leland. It's South Brunswick 18, North Brunswick 11.
This is what security video used to look like, and this is HD video monitoring from ATMC Security. Now it's easier than ever to keep tabs on the kids, see when deliveries arrive, and make sure your home is secure. Check in from any device, anywhere. ATMC Security offers remote access, real-time alerts, video monitoring and recording, and more. Combine smart home solutions with 24/7 emergency monitoring for one great low price. ATMC Security. Safeguard your home.
Do you have Wi-Fi dead zones in your home? If you have a fast internet package, your wireless router is most likely the bottleneck because it can't handle all the new devices in your home. We now have a solution to enhance your internet experience. ATMC Premium Wi-Fi improves performance and coverage issues in any size home. For only $7.95 a month, you'll get Wi-Fi service plus management and maintenance you can rely on. So transform your Wi-Fi dead zones into total home Wi-Fi coverage with ATMC Premium Wi-Fi. Stay connected with your community channel. Like ATMC TV on Facebook today.
And we're set for the start of the second quarter. Jay, how did South Brunswick managed to build a 7-point lead after 8 minutes?
Well, Randolph with 6, McKinney with 5, Williams with 4, and Rossi with 3. I think that adds up to 18, and a pretty all-around good first quarter for the Cougars.
Williams lost it face on, going straight to the rim. Shot is no good. He was fouled. Yeah, I believe Faison took a shot to the face area there, and it was a late whistle, but I believe the right one is Faison's going to go to the line for 2.
Trayvon had a bucket in the first quarter, and he went to the rack hard that time. He does pick up the foul, and he's going to shoot a pair. North trailing by 7, opening minutes of the second quarter, and there's another sky ball free throw, Sam. We see so much of that this year.
That one did not fall as South still leads 18-11, 7:44 left before halftime. Second of 2 from Faison. That one is nothing but net. Faison's got 3. Jay Randolph out of the game to start the second quarter. I believe his first break. McKinney fires from 3. Bingo!
Wow, that's with somebody in his face too, Sam. That's a very difficult shot.
Jay, I know we use it as cliche sometimes, but there's literally nothing you can do about that. That's a 6'6" kid just rising up and burying one in your eyes. What are you going to do?
Well, sometimes you lose and sometimes you get beat. That time, you just got beat, right? I mean, McKinney just made a great shot. I've noticed that he's moved around to the right side of the court, was having a little bit of difficulty from the left side, but seems to have dialed it in from downtown on the right side that time.
Oh, Beatty worked free for 3. Off the rim, no good. Devine in there fighting for the rebound. That's Faison off the glass, no good. But Faison's going to go back to the line for 2 shots.
Oh, that's some great underscore ball rotation that time by North Brunswick. They got a good shot. Didn't fall, but then being very active around the basket, using their athleticism, particularly Trayvon Faison.
Jay, number 20, Sean Devine, has come in and given Coach Grady really good minutes here in the early stages of this game.
Well, yeah, Tyler's been shuttling kids in and out, trying to find the right combination, trying to find that right chemistry to keep this game sort of in check, down 21-12, because South they can score quick, Sam. You can turn your head, and all of a sudden a 7-8 point lead is a 14-point lead.
For the second time in the opening minute of the second quarter, Faison splits a pair, and it's 21-13 South Brunswick. 7 minutes left in the first half.
A little full court pressure by North.
Mosley's got it on the baseline. He gets it to Rossi. Oh, Faison gambled, and that's going to leave McKinney open for a 3. Oh, he misses. He'd like to have that one back. Push off on Mosley, and it's going to be North Brunswick basketball.
A nice defense that time by North. Show a little different look. Pick them up full court, pick them up man, and sometimes just that little different change is enough to get an offensive team out of sync. Jace had a good look that time, just didn't fall, but nice effort inside, boxing out. They pick up the foul and pick up the ball.
Jay, I hope I don't jinx anything, but this has been a really clean game so far. You know, not a lot of turnovers from either team.
Yeah, both teams value the possession, value the basketball.
Faison, shot attempt off the glass and in. What a start from Trayvon Faison. He's got 6 points to lead all North Brunswick scorers.
Yeah, Faison's really given Tyler Grady's squad a lift. Didn't start being productive since he's in the game.
6-point game. South with a 21-15 lead. Mosley's got it in the corner. Looked for McKinney in the short corner before he dribbled back out to restart the possession. As a hold on number 5, Trayvon Faison. He was holding Randolph on the perimeter, and South Brunswick's going to have possession out of bounds.
I don't blame Trayvon one bit. You want to reach out.
What else are you going to do?
Hang on to Randolph as best you can.
That might be the only way to guard that kid. He's going to shoot a long 2. Nothing but net.
Wow.
Kareem Randolph buries the long jumper as South leads by 8.
Sam Hickman, that is elevation, my friend. Nice try.
Nice try from number 11, Devontae Beatty. He's got 3, and once again, it's a 6-point game.
Boy.
South 23, North 17.
The Scorps are not backing down. Let me tell you, that was an NBA drive to the bucket that time.
Good cut from McKinney, but even better hands by Faison. He's driving to the rim. Layup is around, no good. Aiken's got it, no good, but he's fouled by Randolph. Jay, that's 2 on Kareem Randolph. Early storyline here tonight.
That hurts too. You want to keep him in the game as much as you can. He is so valuable, but a couple of fouls. Scott Rainwright's got to make a decision. Look like he's going to make it real quick. Is number 12, Isaac Stanley, coming into the game.
We'll see how Aiken does from the free throw line here. The first one looked good, nothing but net. Boy, Jay, the Scorps are right there with him. It's 23-18, 5:29 left before halftime.
Hanging tough, you know. This is their court. They're going to try their best to defend it. Need this point from Larry Aikens. Take advantage of that good steal, and he makes it.
Aiken buries a pair, and it is a 4-point game here in Leland as North is applying maybe some token pressure here.
Well, they've been picking up full court and picking up man the last 3 possessions and have been very successful with it. And
Stanley's pass is wayward. Faison layup is off the rim and in. Faison's got 6 this quarter, 8 for the game, and Wainwright wants a timeout with 5:12 left in the second. It's South Brunswick 23, North Brunswick 21.
I think switching to the man press and dropping back into a half-court man defense has paid big dividends for North Brunswick. That's how they've really cut this lead down to now just a 2-point deficit and 5+ to go here in the second quarter.
Jay, let me ask you something, partner, and I know it's a lot easier for us to sit here and say this. If you're a coach and you're working against this South Brunswick team, you know, you can't, probably aspirations to completely stop McKinney and Randolph are too lofty. How do you best contain those 2 guys?
Well, you limit them, right? I mean, they're going to get their points. They're too good of players. They're too good as shooters, but maybe if you can kind of limit them and you know, keep the rest of the 3 in check, that's how you can stay in the game, and that's pretty much what they've done here this evening. Randolph's got 8, McKinney's got 8, but only 2 other players have scored for South.
And there's one of them there, Williams. Devine's got it. Boy, he's dribbling into the teeth of the defense, and a foul is called on South Brunswick, the 16th foul on the Cougars.
Well, Sean Devine that time probably fortunate. He was dribbling the basketball a lot, and North is going to maintain possession. I think defensively is how they've gotten back into this game, Sam. The last 4 or 5 trips. Oh.
Devine with a nice cut, catch, and basket. He's got 5, and more importantly, we got a tie basketball game.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown that time by South, and after the quick start, North has kind of weathered the punch and has fought their way back into this game with some sticky man defense.
Boy, Jay, if you look at North Brunswick's 0-7 record, Isaac Stanley for 3, no good. Good rebound by Mosley, but Beatty's in there tying him up, and he steals it. He stole it and got it to Devine. North with a chance to take the lead midway through the second quarter. Lowe's gonna fire from deep. Short, air ball. Beatty tries to steal it, but it goes out of bounds.
Well, probably just a wee bit too quick for Travis that time.
Hey, that was Nia Perkins' range.
Yeah, that's right. You can get that shot anytime at all. You don't want to take it 5 seconds into your possession. But keep an eye on Lowe. He's got McKinney, and he's done a pretty good job here the last couple of trips down the court.
Good dribbling from Jace McKinney. Misses the shot, but Williams' putback is up and in. He's got 6.
Well, even if you can't make the shot, you get a shot up that you can get a rebound.
Numbers here for South Brunswick. Rossi pushing the break. He's going to stop, pop, no good. Rebound to Mosley. Nice cut from Isaac Stanley. Oh, he misses the layup. Williams has got it. He's fouled, and big work from the X-Man, Xavier Williams, on the offensive glass.
Boy, I tell you what, Williams saved their bacon that time, Sam Hickman. couple of missed shots, shots that normally South Brunswick's going to make, but Williams would not be denied off the glass. Picks up the board, gets fouled. So Xavier Williams, 63% free throw shooter at the line for 2.
Jay, that's another thing this South Brunswick team does well, a good free throw shooting team. High off the back iron and no good. 2-point lead for South. 25-23 with 3:37 left in the second frame.
Regalia back into the game. McKinney getting a break. Wainwright moving the kids in and out. Going to be a tough game. He wants to have them, have some energy left.
And Jay, something we've seen was North Brunswick close this gap and did a lot of the damage with Randolph on the bench. Nice save by Regalia off a Cobb and maintains possession for South Brunswick.
That's just a good hustle and basketball IQ play by John Regalia that time. So
Rossi, the trigger man.
Yeah, in the corner. Not an easy place to bring it in, but was able to do it quite easy. Now it looks like North back in the zone.
Mid-range jumper from Mosley is up and in, his first bucket of the night.
Boy, it helps him so much when Mosley can score, and that's going to be a North Brunswick or South Brunswick ball. If you get some production out of Mosley and you get some production out of Williams, Rossi, Randolph, and McKinney are pretty much in the book, right? So.
Yeah, and in South's win over West last week, they got 7 from Regalia, which is a nice boost from someone you might not have necessarily counted on before the game. Regalia with a strong drive. Layup is up and in for 2.
Oh, there's 2 of those points. You were talking about how John Regalia can come in and score and make a difference, and we've certainly seen that here tonight.
Beatty's shot short, no good. Williams has got the rebound. Jay, you kind of get the sense the game favors North if they kind of muck it up a little. As a Cobb is called for a foul. They closed that gap there with a big run, and it was kind of ugly, some steals here and there, some fouls on South here and there. When you just match up in a half-court game, it's advantage South.
Playing ugly is a beautiful thing, Sam, and you're right. You can win sometimes by playing ugly and kind of bringing the other team down a little bit, but and basketball's a game of runs too, and both teams tonight have had a little bit of a run, and right now South is in the middle of a pretty good run.
Mosley 1-and-1 free throw is up and good, and just like that, the Cougars have built their lead back to 7.
I like your point you made earlier though about when North climbed back into this game. Kareem Randolph is sitting on the side, right? And he's a very important player, but Regalia's come in and helped out. And so has, some other teammates as well. So kind of a team effort.
Damon Perry up and in. What a take from the young guard.
Wow. That's not everybody can do that, let me tell you.
Nice give from Rossi to Williams. Williams off the glass, no good. Beatty saves it before it goes out of bounds, and he's going to push it up for the Scorps. Big time block from Xavier Williams. North maintains possession, but what a block.
Sam, sometimes you just don't say nothing, man. You just look at that one. That's a great timing, great effort by Williams.
Foul called on number 35, Andrew Mosley, and I think that's going to send Lowry to the line for a 1-and-1 partner.
Well, and these free throws are important, and North has shot free throws pretty well here in the first half. Important 1:52 left in the second quarter. This is a 6-point game. You make a couple of here, it's a 4-point game, and just don't want to let South build that advantage too much. So a couple of important free throws for Rob Mel Lowry.
Lowry's first free throw is up and in. Jay, that's got to be a nice little confidence boost after having your shot blocked like that to step to the line and, you know, get a point, maybe 2 for your squad. Lowry with 2 nice-looking free throws, and North has responded with a mini run of its own. 4 straight for the Scorpions. It's 31-27. South, 1:45 left before halftime.
And Randolph back into the game. Now it's important that he does not pick up that 3rd foul.
Oh, they got Randolph trapped in the corner. Good defense from North Brunswick. Randolph fights his way out of it. It's stolen by Trillo Nixon, and there's his 3rd. Out of frustration from the senior Kareem Randolph, and he picks up his 3rd foul. And here comes Stanley checking back into the game for the Cougars.
Well, the one thing that Scott Wainwright did not want to happen happened, and that was Kareem picking up his 3rd foul. He was double team trapped in the corner, tried to bounce it off the leg of one of the defenders, but 23 made a good play, Davion Trillo Nixon.
And Trillo Nixon misses the front end of a 1-and-1. Big miss there from Davion, who we featured in the pregame. But Beatty comes up with a steal after the deflection. Perry's got it. Layup up and in. His 2nd bucket of the quarter. It's a 2-point ball game.
Well, you're seeing some premier athletic effort here tonight. A lot of great play on the both teams individually. Bingo.
Oh, McKinney just misses, and Trillo Nixon chases it down for North. Oh, nice hands by A.J. Rossi to get his hands in the passing lane. Knocks it out of bounds with 1:12 left in the first half. It's South 31, North 29. Checking into the game for South, number 24, B.J. White, the junior guard.
I don't know how many fouls McKinney has, but Wainwright gets him out for this last minute 12, or at least this possession.
Nice hands there from Rossi, knocks it out of bounds, and North Brunswick has it under its own basket. 1:11 left in the 2nd period.
Rossi is a tough hombre, Sam. North can be patient here.
Beatty with the mid-range jumper off the glass. Rattles around, no good. Lost out of bounds by Xavier Williams, and it's going to be North Brunswick basketball.
Good refereeing that time, because it was a little difficult from the one official's vantage point to see who that ball went off of, but I think they got it exactly right, so North maintains possession.
Nice drive from Damon Perry, but he can't convert the short-range jumper. South's got it. Less than 45 seconds to go. Perry takes it from Rossi. He's racing ahead. Layup, no good. Rogelia's got it. Very nearly travels.
How many good plays does this guy do when he comes in the game, Rogelia?
And Rossi loses it again. There's a scrum for the ball. Players on the floor.
And getting a little rough down there now, Sam, so the officials got to watch. Possession stays with North.
Boy, Jay, you feel the crowd getting into this one here.
Well, they were a little slow to the dance here, you know, at least early on when South jumped out to that 9-point lead. But since then, North has actually outscored South. And the crowd very much into this game right now.
Jay, there's some question here as to who the possession arrow favors. Wainwright, the head coach of South Brunswick, saying it should be South Brunswick basketball.
The clock is pointing towards the home team, North, but Coach Wainwright thinks otherwise. Let's see what the officials say.
Jay, it's going to stay right here with North Brunswick. The possession arrow did favor North Brunswick. So barring another jump ball, it means South will have the next one, which presumably will be to begin the 3rd quarter. Jay, if you're North Brunswick, are you holding for the last shot of the first half, or you take your first clean look?
I'd be very patient here. I would try to take this down and go into the locker room down no more than 2, and ideally tied or maybe even up 1.
Jay, watch Beatty here on the left wing. Beatty's gonna fire a 3. It's offline. Rossi chases it down, but knocks it out of bounds. It's going to stay with North Brunswick, so the Scorpions are going to get another look here.
Scorpions should take the ball to the basket to the extent they're able to now. If they don't make a basket, you get fouled. Drive to the basket. They don't.
Perry for three, no good. Rebound for Rogelia, and that's going to end the first half. A highly entertaining first 16 minutes of action, and heading into the third quarter, it's South Brunswick 31, North Brunswick 29 on your ATMC TV basketball game of the week.
The students before this program didn't understand what journalism or responsible journalism was and how important it is to society right now. And being in this class and being partnered with major names like ATMC and PBS and UNC TV, they understand that what they're doing is so critical and so important, really to ensuring that responsible journalism. And they've gotten to this place now where not only do they see the importance in it, but they want to do their very, very best. This is a STEM-based reporting labs for PBS and UNC TV out of Chapel Hill. So these students are not only, working towards their future careers, but they're already working with major news organizations, major journalism organizations, and every year we're adding to that and making sure that these students know that they have these opportunities for scholarships, for college, and for career advancement as soon as they graduate out of these classes. The grant that I applied for was specifically for lighting equipment. We didn't have any lighting at the time, so the students were having to work with a lot of natural light and creating light with different shades. So now we actually have professional grade lighting in our soon-to-be studio. ATMC is such a huge benefit to this community. I know myself and several other teachers that have applied for grants and received grants and funding from them, and it means so much because it's a co-op, so they're really for the community, they're providing back to their community, and it's just, to me, it shows how great it is to be down here in Brunswick County and to be linked up with someone like ATMC. We just really appreciate having them donate and really see our vision and try to help bring that to light in the classroom.
We are ATMC TV, Channel 3 and HD Channel 910, your community channel.
Jay, we said at the outset we had a good one for our viewers, and it's developed into just that, a 2-point game as we start the second half.
Let me tell you, Sam, both these two teams are going at it and going at it hard. 31-29, South with a couple of point lead here to start the second half.
And Jay, Kareem Randolph has started the second half on the bench with 3 fouls.
Yeah, he's got 3, so Scott Wainwright going to try to nurse his time a little bit. Picked up that 3rd foul with a minute to go in the second quarter.
That's a miss from Mosley. Not sure that's the shot South Brunswick wants. And North's got the rebound going the other way, down by 2.
And a good board that time by the big guy, Akins. Yeah, I agree with you, Sam. You probably don't want him shooting that shot. You probably want McKinney, and that's a good look inside.
Oh, an air ball from Faison. He gets it back with another chance, and that one's blocked. Akins got it, kicks it out to Devine. Devine to Akins, shot blocked. Beatty's got it, shot off the glass and good. It's a tie ball game.
Boy, I tell you what, North refusing to die. They just won't quit.
Harrington alone on the left wing. Bingo!
Hello.
Tim Harrington with a huge shot.
Hello. Tim Harrington comes into the game probably for Randolph, and right out of the chute bombs a 3.
Good ball movement. Devine can't control it for North. He's got Beatty, mid-range jumper, no good. Ball knocked out of Aikens' hands, and it'll stay with North Brunswick. Good call there from the official.
So North maintains possession. Let's see what they can get out of this inbounds play.
Jay, how big was that shot from South Brunswick's Tim Harrington?
Huge. Woo! Second big block of the night by the X-Man.
The X-Man doing everything you could ask for if you're Scott Wainwright, grabbing boards, blocking shots, making buckets. Had a big game here as Devine's got it, gets it to Beatty. Back to Devine, who's gonna fire a three. No good. Akins has got it. Putback is up and in. Nice job by Akins on the offensive glass. It's a 1-point game.
Yeah, 4 points for Akins. Nice.
Good pass from Harrington to Williams.
Whoa. Man, you never know. You never know. Guys that you don't think or talk about step up. Certainly Tim Harrington has.
Boy, Beatty fires, misses. McKinney skies up for the rebound, and Rossi's pushing it across the timeline.
Nice board by McKinney that time. Had those arms outstretched.
Harrington again, boy. South side would have exploded had that one gone in. Damon Perry with the Euro step is up and in. It's a 1-point game.
Euro. We are in France, England, Spain, Italy, somewhere. So says Damon Perry.
Jay, a big turn there as Harrington's three nearly goes in. North gets the rebound and gets a layup on the other end. 36-35, South Brunswick's favor.
And Sam, look at the job Damon Perry is doing on McKinney, giving up about 5 inches, but hanging tough.
Big shot from A.J. Rossi, his first bucket since a three in the opening quarter.
Yeah, they needed that. Rossi needed that, so did South.
A lot of standing there for North Brunswick, Jay. No cutting. You see everybody standing in the same spot. I believe Perry lost that one on the way up, and South's got it up by 3, 38-35. Another mid-range jumper for Rossi. This one no good. Beatty's got it for North.
Boy, nice board that time by Beatty.
Boy, Beatty's quite an athlete, and he's going to fire. No good. Akins with good inside position. Layup no good. Akins has got it again. Blocked by Mosley into the hands of Rossi.
Big block by Mosley because he's working with the man inside against Beatty.
McKinney's going to fire. Oh, just short. X-Man with the rebound. Fouled by Aiken.
Wow. That is just really, really good hard work by double three. Xavier Williams. Holy cow. That kid is working, Sam. And he's pulling those shorts at the foul line. I think he's a little tired right now. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to give him a break after he shoots these free throws.
He knocks down the first of two, and South Brunswick has a 4-point lead at 39-35.
And Johnny Regalia coming into the game. He gave Coach Wainwright some real good minutes in the first half.
McKinney comes up with an offensive board and puts it in.
Chase McKinney in the right place at the right time. That's a big putback.
Jay, is this a danger zone if you're North Brunswick with the lead at 6?
Absolutely, Sam. Absolutely. South can get points on the board quick, get up and down the court, some real good three-point shooters, and if you're not careful, that 2-3 point advantage can become a 8-10 point advantage
real quick. Yep. Basin, first free throw attempt is no good. He struggled from the line tonight. B.J. White and Leo Karemi checking into the game for the Cougars.
That's good coaching by Scott Wainwright, particularly getting 33 Xavier Williams a break. He was tired. He really was working hard inside.
Faison rims in the second free throw, and it's 41-36, 3:57 left in the third quarter.
Some full court pressure by North. They had some success in the first half when they went to the man.
Karimi with a good offensive rebound. Harrington's got it alone on the right wing before Beatty closes out. Rossi from way deep. Bingo!
Well, if Rossi starts warming up, and he's got 5 here in the third quarter, he can be a difference maker. 8-point lead now for South.
Hey, give it a look! Middle of the paint! Middle of the paint! He ain't good!
Devine, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds. And it's going to stay with North Brunswick.
Yeah, I really think South right now is packing that zone in, and they're trying to allow they'll allow the deep outside shot. They don't want anybody getting inside.
Jumper good from number 11, Devontae Beatty, and Coach Grady wants a timeout for the Scorpions.
Good call by Coach Grady, too. Kind of give the kids a break. Nice basket that time by Beatty. Cuts it to 6.
ATMC TV's basketball game of the week is brought to you by John Donahue Automotive. Need a new car? Want a new pre-owned? John Donahue Automotive is your Buick, GMC, Chevy, or pre-owned dealer. Take the quick trip down 130 and check out its great selection. John Donahue Automotive can also service your vehicle. Give them a call today at 910-642-2400. John Donahue Automotive, a new way to buy a vehicle. Jay, how does North Brunswick find a new way to get back into this game and take the lead?
Well, I would think maybe they would try to replicate what they did in the second quarter when they really got back into this game with some real stingy, aggressive man defense, and forced some tough shots for South. Did a good job off the glass, and very efficiently and productively ran their offense and got points back in. They didn't do it overnight, right? They didn't do it instantly, but over a matter of a few minutes, they were able to get back in.
Rossi, stop, pop, bingo, big quarter from A.J. Rossi.
Well, again, he's a kid that's kind of undervalued, I think, You don't realize how good he is until you look at the sheet at the end of the game.
Put back, no good. Cobb was fouled and he'll go to the line for 2.
When Cobb saved him that time. Had Cobb's not been able to put that ball back up, South was going to get the rebound and would get a chance to make a double-digit lead. It's sitting at 8 right now, so big free throws for Jaden Cobbs.
And he knocks in the first of 2 to keep North within striking distance. Jay, worth noting, the Cougars in the second quarter scored 13 points. They have 15 already and 2:49 still left in the third quarter as Cobbs knocks in a pair.
Boy, Cobbs kind of casual in that free throw that time, and it went right in, so he knows what he's doing.
Jay, a big quarter from A.J. Rossi. He had 3 at halftime. He's got 7 already in the third quarter as a foul called on North Brunswick. So Rossi's got 10. Jace McKinney has 10, and Kareem Randolph has 8, and we still have not seen Kareem Randolph in the third quarter. I think Wainwright's wanting to get him to that fourth quarter with just 3 fouls so he can play freely.
That's the way it appears, Sam.
Oh, Rossi dribbled it off his knee and lost it. Rogelia comes back and steals it for South Brunswick. A big turn right there.
How many good things does this kid do? A lot. There's 2 right there.
Williams, shot attempt is up, in, plus the foul. Big turn for the Cougars.
Now, Xavier Williams is going to get credit for the bucket there and a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play, right? But the big play was by John Rogelia, right? And that's about the 3rd time tonight that he's done something defensively with the good dish that time. Very, very productive minutes on the court for John Rogelia. A 3-point play for Williams, and it's a 9-point lead for South.
And Jay, Xavier Williams leads all scorers for South Brunswick with 12 as Rogelia corrals a defensive board.
Once again, the kid comes in and does good things.
Good pass from Rossi to Harrington. Harrington ahead to Xavier Williams, who gets it across to Rossi. No, it's tipped, and Travis Lowe's got the steal. Lowe looking for anyone. Lowe's gonna fire 3 himself. No good, just short, and Rogelia once again with a board.
Sam, when Scott Wainwright looks at the tape, and he looks principally here at the third quarter, he's going to see a lot of good things out of his number 5, John Regalia. That's about the third good board, a great pass, a steal. Regalia's come in, hadn't put a point in on the books here in the third quarter, but he's made a big difference and kind of responsible in part for that 9-point lead. He and Tim Harrington, who's coming in the third quarter, hit that big 3 to start it and has played real well in the absence of Kareem Randolph.
Jay, we have a technical foul called on North Brunswick, and Rossi's going to go to the line for the Cougars to shoot 2, and South Brunswick will have possession.
Well, I'm not sure who the technical was on, but for sure, you got a good guy shooting free throws, and that's Rossi.
Rossi knocks in the first technical free throw, and that's a 10-point lead for the Cougars. The technical was called on North Brunswick's Travis Lowe. Rossi knocks in a pair of free throws, and South all of a sudden has a 51-40 lead, its biggest lead of the night.
And it happened in the blink of an eye, Sam, and that's what good teams can do. You make a couple of mistakes, they take advantage of it. Boy, that's quick. Wow. DJ Perry and Damon Perry, his brother, are ultra quick.
Hey, got a good screen.
From the corner, bingo, A.J. Rossi has taken over this third period, and just like that is South 54, North 40. Jay, how good is A.J. Rossi?
He's 12 points good in the third quarter alone, and it gives him 15 on the night. But he is a kid, as I was saying before, probably doesn't get the publicity, the kudos, whatever the right word is to describe. But trust me, as good as Randolph and Jace McKinney, and as important as they are to this team, I think A.J. Rossi is just as important. Ball's in his hand a lot. And wow, the kid can light you up shooting-wise. He's a good ball player.
And Jay, he's made 3 3-pointers tonight, including that killer there with 1:50 left in the third quarter. And South, in the blink of an eye, like you said, has a 14-point lead.
I mean, if you're Coach Tyler Grady and you say with 1:50 to go in the third quarter, McKinney's got 10, Randolph's not in the game, has 8, you probably take your chances. Well, that's exactly what's happened, but you look up and there's a 14-point deficit on the scoreboard, and most of that's been because of the fine shooting of A.J. Rossi, some good all-around play by the X-Man, Xavier Williams, and a terrific third quarter by John Regalia, who hadn't scored a point here in the third quarter.
North trying to get something cooking on offense in the final 2 minutes of this third quarter. Down by 14. Lowe's going to fire a 3. It rims out, and Regalia's got yet another defensive rebound.
Yeah, he's had a bushel of them here in the quarter, and I think South is just going to pack it until North starts making a couple of shots from the outside.
White with a drive, kicks it out to Rossi. He's going to fire another one. Oh, and he just missed it, rimmed out. That would have been his 4th 3 of the night.
Yeah, that was halfway down, and then it popped back out.
Nice swing pass over to Beatty, who thought about it. He's fouled by Regalia. And that is the 3rd team foul on South Brunswick, which has a 14-point lead at 54-40.
And they're going to call it a non-shooting foul, so Regalia picks up a foul, but it really doesn't hurt.
Can't go wrong tonight.
Yep. Oh, that time he will.
And another foul, got his hand caught in the cookie jar there. 2 quick fouls on Regalia. 1:01 left in the third. North trails by 14.
You got a lot of athletes out on the floor for both teams. Kids are really quick and strong. It's a hard cut to the bucket that time.
Nice save by Beatty. Romel Lowry's got it, and he's whistled for a traveling violation. And a tough break for North as Beatty drained a 3 after the whistle.
Too little, too late. North is going to pick up full court. They got to try to bring the game now to South.
See some full court pressure there for North Brunswick. 45 seconds left in the third. A lot of youth out on the court for this South Brunswick team right now. Harrington, nice extra pass to White. Shot is no good, and look who's there, the X-Man with the offensive rebound.
And smartly bringing the ball back, but he gets it swiped.
Offensive foul called on A.J. Rossi. Charged with pushing Lowry out of the way, and North Brunswick's going to have the ball with 28 seconds left in the third. South up by 14.
Not sure why they're booing, unless that's the South folks who have traveled over here to Leland to see the game.
Well, Jay, as we saw last week, South brought a nice contingent from BSL over to Charlotte when South had that 5-point win over West Brunswick. Nice defense from Rogelia. Ball's going to stay with North Brunswick.
Tell you what, has not scored a point in the third quarter, and yet has been one of the big differences and reasons for the 14-point lead of South Brunswick. John Regalia's had a great third quarter and not scored a single basket, much less a point.
Stay on him. Keep in front.
Oh, ball's deflected. Beatty's going for it. He's fouled by number 24, White. Boy, Jay, a few minutes ago I said this was a real clean game, and now we haven't been able to get through 20 seconds without a foul being called.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. I hope we didn't put the jinx on them, right? But the play, the last 90 seconds or so has swung the other way.
9.9 left on the clock in the third quarter. South 54, North 40. Beatty's the trigger man, gets it into Lowry. Lowry working on Rossi. Perry trying to drive to the hoop. He shoots a short floater, contact, no call. Williams has got it, and that's the end of the third. After 24 minutes of game action, it's South Brunswick 54, North Brunswick 40.
I think co-ops are the best business plans regardless of how large or small the community is. The people in the community own the company, they have a voice in the company, and we just go about doing the business of making a world of change for them. You know, we're a service company. We're going to provide services. Whatever those services are that come down the pipe in the future, there's no better company than ATMC to provide them. No better company than ours, no better type company than a co-op to make a difference.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. ATMC To Go sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV Set Free. Enjoy the extra value ATMC To Go adds to your cable package. Visit atmc.com and sign up today.
Stay connected with your community channel. Like ATMC TV on Facebook today.
Jay, we got 8 minutes left. South Brunswick with a 23-point outburst in the third, and we'll get our first look at Kareem Randolph in a while, who's playing with 3 fouls. Yep. He sat out the entire third quarter as South built its lead from 2 at halftime to 14 at the end of 3.
Tim Harrington, quality 8 minutes in the third quarter. Randolph's got to be well rested, Sam.
Nearly loses that one, but gets it to White on the right wing. White wisely dribbles it back out and then throws a pass to the scorer's table. McKinney saves it, but it's a backcourt violation, and North Brunswick with a good defensive possession to start the fourth quarter.
And if they being North Brunswick has any chance at all of getting back into this game, it's got to be defensively. They got to shut South down nearly every time and then be very productive offensively on their end.
Face and misses. Williams with a good rebound, who is battling for it with Aiken.
Yeah, Trayvon Faison leading North with 9 points. Had a good look that time, just couldn't convert. A little bit of an off night for Chase McKinney. He's had a lot of good looks at the basket, just hasn't been able to knock down as many as he normally does, but 7 minutes to go, still has time.
Jay, I use the term or the word only loosely, but how good do you feel if you're Scott Wainwright, if McKinney has got 10 and Randolph's got 8 and you're leading this game by 14?
Well, you got to feel great, and you got to look at, down that box score and see the productivity you got from a lot of different players.
5-second violation called on South Brunswick, and North will have the ball under its own basket. Oh, Faison was open under the basket. North missed him. Then Akins had a look, but he lost it out of bounds.
What you just said, Sam, that's the same point I was trying to make before. I mean, Coach Grady be happy to think going into the fourth quarter that between Randolph and McKinney, they had 18 points, right? That's holding them. You look up on the board, you're down 14. That means the rest of the Cougars have played very well. Just like that.
That's a basket from Kareem Randolph, who's got 10.
Yeah, it didn't take him long to warm up.
Damon Perry drives and loses it. Good pass ahead to White. Oh, he misses the layup, and Faison's got the rebound for North.
Wow, BJ, you'd like to have that one back.
Oh, Faison throws the ball. Nevertheless, just a foul called on the ground, but Jay getting a little chippy here in the late stages.
And the officials, I think, understand that, recognize that. That was probably some pretty good officiating that time. Could have easily teed somebody up, chose not to. But did give him the look and the talk and say, hey man, back off a little. Let's keep it straight. Officials doing a real good job of controlling this game because we got a 16-point game now, and things could change quick.
And Faison's going to go to the line for a 1-and-1. South with a 16-point lead, 6:35 left in the game. Free throw is no good. Boy, did you see how high McKinney was up there for that rebound?
I did. My dream. My dream to jump that high.
Randolph mid-range jumper, smooth as butter, and it's an 18-point lead for the Cougars.
Yeah, he's, sitting out that third quarter and the last bit of the second quarter. He's pretty strong right now.
Karemi called for the foul, and Faison's going to go to the line for 2 shots.
So Faison, who is leading North Brunswick in scoring here tonight with 9, is going to go to the line and shoot a pair.
Oh, that's woefully short. Jay, real hard to climb back into it when you miss free throws, and North 0 for 2 from the line so far in the fourth quarter. Both misses by Faison.
And you're not, listen, it becomes a game of numbers. You're going to get so many possessions, so you can ill afford to not capitalize, at least in some fashion, on every one of those possessions. They need some turnovers. They need some missed shots, and they need to be very productive offensively if they expect to get back into this game.
Jay, Faison hasn't done a terribly awful lot wrong tonight. He leads North Brunswick with 10 points. His offensive production has been critical for North, which stayed in this game, for really the better part of 3 quarters.
Well, I know we don't know what the outcome of this game is going to be, but if it stays this margin, Sam, people are going to look at it and think, ho-hum, an easy South win. Not really. This game was very close after the first half and for a period of time in the third quarter, and then all of a sudden, boom, South explodes.
Yeah, Jay, midway through the third, it was 37-36 South. So, I mean, a couple breaks. You feel like North really missed this opportunity with Randolph out of the game.
Well, Rossi just got on fire. It's been an off night for McKinney, and yet they've got a 17-point lead.
Nice work by Karemi on the offensive boards, and South Brunswick maintains possession.
How nice is it when you can bring a kid off the bench, a 6'4" senior, big, strong kid, can take up some space, can give you some productive minutes.
Nice inbounds play, knocked out of bounds by Damon Perry. Boy, Damon Perry is quick.
Isn't he?
He's a quick little guy.
Both those Perry brothers, I'm telling you now, they're athletes.
Coach Grady has one of the youngest teams in the Mid-Eastern Conference, Jay. Look out for these guys in a couple years. Rossi for three, bingo! 4-3 of the night from A.J. Rossi.
What a beautiful stroke A.J. Rossi has.
Blocking foul called on Jace McKinney, and Beatty's going to go to the line for a 1-and-1.
Yeah, Sam, again, as you get further and further along in the season, and they start looking at these all-star teams and all conferences and all that, you got to look at a kid like A.J. Rossi. Now, he's having maybe a career night tonight. I don't know. He averages 7.7 points per game, but he's also made 27 threes coming into tonight's contest, and he certainly lit them up from the outside here against North.
Beatty knocks in a free throw. He's got 8. .5:15 left in the game, and South leads by 19. Beatty knocks in a pair. He's got 9. South 61, North 43. 5:15 left in the game. Good pass from Randolph to Williams, who misses the layup, and Aiken pushing the break for North. Good pass back to Aiken. Layup is up and in.
So if North has a run, they better bring it out. A lot of banging around out there on the floor.
McKinney off the glass in, plus the foul.
There's a lot of banging around, that time away from the ball. I think Damon Perry and Kareem Randolph were tied up. McKinney, meanwhile, going hard to the rack and picks up the bucket. The officials, this last 4:49, I think they're going to have their hands full, Sam.
And Jay, there was a double foul called on that away from the play. The basket counted, plus the foul on McKinney, and then a double foul was called away from the play.
So I think McKinney is going to get a free throw. Now, beyond that, I'm not sure what's going to happen. We'll see.
I think it just play resumes as normal. Jay, have you ever seen a more quiet 13 points? I mean, that's a good night in high school basketball. And McKinney is just, he just goes about his business so quietly. What a player he is.
Yeah, he averages 19. It wouldn't surprise me if he still ends up with 19. But you're right, kind of a quiet night for Jace, but kind of a big night for South. This is a team that only averages about 58 points a game, and they're sitting at 64 now, and you got 4+ to go. So pretty big offensive night from a lot of players that you normally don't expect it from, but certainly Rossi, big time scoring effort here this evening.
Beatty's got 10 points. He and Faison with team high 10 for the Scorpions. Beatty misses. Randolph's got the rebound. Nice drive from Kareem Randolph. Puts it in. He's got 6 in the fourth quarter, 14 for the game.
Well, he is a good player, Sam. Back to what you were saying early on about this South Brunswick team. This is a good high school basketball team. And forget what happened early on in the season, right? The 1-3 start. It's not a 1-3 team now.
Jay, how many high school teams in this area, as McKinney fires a 3, no good, Williams knocks it out of bounds, but how many high school teams have 2 ball handlers as capable as Rossi and Randolph? I mean, it's hard to pressure a team like that.
Well, yeah, and that's, one of the real, among many good things about this South Brunswick squad, is the versatility and the depth of this team. You got kids that can shoot, you got kids that can rebound, you got kids that can handle the ball, you got kids that can, play good defense. You got role players, you got your stars, you got a little bit of everything. So it's a real nice high school team. It'd be very interesting to see as the season progresses. You get into the conference tournament and then eventually into the state tournament, just how far this South High team can go.
Jay, what do you think about this number 21, Jaheim Robbins here for North Brunswick? Is he a load or what?
That is a big boy. I remember him from football season, and I remember him taking up a lot of space in that O&D line.
(66-48), South Brunswick lead halfway through the final quarter from Leland.
That's a good opportunity for South now to try to take some time off this clock, right? Let's see how they can handle the basketball in a situation where they don't really need any more points to score.
And they almost add 2 anyway. Williams, no good. He was fouled on the way up. He'll go to the line for 2.
Hey, you talk about jumps. You think Kareem Randolph can get up in the air, Sam Hickman? I think he can.
I can't get that high on a ladder.
Oh, my word. That's a good one, Sam. That's a good one, man. You're right.
Jay, you just mentioned something about South Brunswick with an opportunity to waste some clock. You know, in football, when you have a lead, you call it the 4-minute offense. You work on holding the ball, getting some first downs, and chewing up the rest of the game clock as Williams knocks down a free throw. You know, it's similar in basketball. You know, you don't just want to go and jack up the first terrible shot and give the other team extra possessions.
Well, yeah, and especially since at the high school level, at least here, you don't have a shot clock, right? So you can really afford to take the air out of the ball, so to speak, right, and just play the clock.
Boy, Devine fires from a mile away. Robbins in there fighting for the rebound. Goes for the save. It's out of bounds back to the Cougars.
Well, Sean was for sure going to get that shot off, right? Had a pretty good look, too. Just wasn't able to nail it.
Less than 3.5 minutes left. South Brunswick leads 68-48.
Good spacing on the part of South Brunswick. The important thing here is to spread the defense out. You don't want to create a double team by being too close to your teammate. So they're doing a nice job of.
McKinney with a one-legged step back. Bingo, what a shot.
I don't know if that was a 2 or a 3, Sam, but I think it was a 2.
It was a 2. Hell, that had the Dirk Nowitzki, like, when he kicked the leg up and shot it. No pressure, young man, just comparing you to Dirk at 16 years old. Randolph, mid-range jumper, no good. Devine with the rebound for the Scorps. Travis Lowe for 3, no good. South Brunswick's Marcus Moss battling for the rebound. And checking into the game for the Cougars, number 23, Hogan Dispro, number 11, Chris Keller, and number 4, Michael Kelly.
Scott gets all of his starters out and gets some of the reserves in. And boy, he's had a pretty good night with some of his bench players. I wouldn't be surprised if these guys play well, too.
Robbins took that one hard to the hole. Keller comes up with the rebound for the Cougars.
Yeah, nice rebound by Chris Keller that time. And let's see what the reserves do in terms of trying to take some time off the clock.
Lowe's got the steal for North. He's taking it in. Left-handed shot off the glass and in. Tough shot from Travis Lowe.
Nice shot by Travis that time. 5 points. Boy, Davion Trilla-Nixon, who's one of their leading scorers, shut out tonight.
Jay, how about the job the young man who just had the ball, number 0, Tim Harrington, did with Randolph on the bench tonight in foul trouble? He was excellent for the Cougars.
Quality minutes in that third quarter. Played the entire third quarter, hit that 3 to start the third quarter. That seemed to give South a big lift.
Nice pass from Keller in there, and Robbins is leading the break. Robbins is fouled by number 1, Marcus Moss, and Robbins gonna go to the line with a chance to get in the score sheet.
So let's think about it, Sam. How many times in Jaheim's high school career is the announcer going to say, Robbins leading the break?
Once, and
right.
it just happened.
He had a big smile on his face. Robbins going to get a chance to get into the scorebook.
Nice looking free throw stroke from the big guy. Also, Jay, if his nickname, at least around the football team or his school, isn't Baskin, then they missed a heck of an opportunity.
You're not kidding.
He's a heck of a football player.
He is good. He's real good, and that's probably more his game. But showing his footwork and ability to get up and down the court here in basketball can help him.
Robbins hurt his knee during football season, so recovering from that injury. Disbro with a nice drive. Shot attempt off the glass and good for Hogan Disbro.
You like it when the seniors who maybe don't get as much playing time as they hoped, not only play, but get in the book. That's what Disbro did.
Jay, Hogan is headed to Wake Forest University next year. His father, of course, Jason Disbro, a good friend of mine, and I was, you know, we're impartial here, but I was certainly happy to see that basket go in for Hogan.
I'd say Hogan is going to be just fine if he's already been accepted at Wake. If he never scored another point, he's going to be all right.
Yeah, Jay, so check this. Hogan's father went to NC State, mother graduated from North Carolina, and so naturally, of course, Hogan goes to Wake Forest.
Absolutely, got the ACC covered, doesn't he?
30 seconds left in the game. Nice poke from behind from Marcus Moss. Harrington's got it for the Cougars. And Jay, that just might do it. Take it away from his partner. Wait a second. Kelly for three. Bingo. Michael Kelly knocks it in.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of happy faces out there for South. Travis Lowe with the three, but that's probably going to do it.
That's going to be it, Jay. Another great performance from South Brunswick. The Cougars now on a 5-game winning streak.
Big offensive night for South. 75 points for a team that averages about 58. And the interesting thing is the guys that you normally look for the leading scoring, which would be Randolph and McKinney, had decent nights, but they weren't really the difference. Tonight, it was A.J. Rossi with 18 points. X-Man Williams had 14 points, 14 for Randolph, and I think 14 or 15 for McKinney. So they still got their scoring, but it came from different guys. So it was a real solid effort on the part of South here this evening. And for North, another game effort. This game was much closer than what the final scoreboard showed, 75-54. But as you said, Sam, in the third quarter, midway through, I think it was a 1 or a 2 point game. So folks, when they see this game and when they see the box score the morning after, probably going to think it was a blowout. It was not. This was a very competitive game until midway through the third quarter. But then it just became South, all South the rest of the game, and they get out of here with their 5th consecutive victory and a 75-54 win.
For the entire ATMC TV team, he's Jay Combs. I'm Sam Hickman from Leland on your ATMC TV basketball game of the week. It's South Brunswick 75, North Brunswick 54. Good night from the campus of North Brunswick High School.